What's going on? Brian, your flying mentor, back with another video. We're going to start this one off with a smooth takeoff by 007. 007 is an aircraft that I will be trained how to fly, and I cannot wait to bring you those videos. Now here we are, the star of the show. My 1947 Luscombe. Her name is Lucy Luscombe. Lucy began life as a 8A model, specifically 1947 model. And it has a single engine, two-place, high-wing monoplane design with conventional landing gear. The power plant is a Continental C85 engine producing 85 horsepower. This airplane is known for its nimble handling, and when you're first starting out flying it, they can be quite tricky to land too, because the landing gear is so close together and so stiff and rigid. The construction is a monocoque fuselage with metal wings. This aircraft's been certified in the normal category for day VFR. Post-war, Luscombe made many changes to the Luscombe 8A. These changes were done in an effort to reduce production costs. So one thing they did was include the introduction of a simplified all-metal wing. They also made the landing gear stronger by introducing the cantilever Flex landing gear design. If you haven't done so, stop by Instagram at Flying Mentor, follow me there, follow me on TikTok, Brian Flying Mentor, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's take a look at the cockpit. The not so cozy cockpit. As you can see, it's a tight, snug fit. Stick and rudder setup and a very basic complement of instruments. So back in 2017, I came across this person that does upholstery work for mainly boats, but he said that he could do it for my aircraft. So hey, I was willing to give him a try, and you know, he sort of snapped. He kind of snapped on it. I like how we got the Luscombe logo prominently displayed everywhere. The stitching, you know, the yellow stitching, you know, is just setting it off with you know, the pinstripe look. The work, the detail to the actual logos, I mean, it was just second to none. Don't come for me in the comments. I know the floor is dirty. I use my aircraft a lot, so hey, you know, I'm gonna have the dirt in there. But you know, I'm gonna get the vacuum cleaner. We're gonna vacuum it out. One thing I'm gonna do is definitely upgrade the radios and the transponder in here to a more modern radio and transponder. And with the complement of instruments, I'm definitely looking to modernize that as well. But you know what? I've been going back and forth with, you know, completely restoring the Luscombe. And, you know, this is something that I might do with just completely changing the panel. So, not really too sure right now, but I'm been going back and forth. And that's something that I'm definitely considering. I love this small little checklist that's in here. It's not the checklist that I use. You know, I've created a more comprehensive and robust checklist. But you know, for the nostalgic of it, for the ambiance, you know, it just fits that old timey theme. And just look at how tiny these rudder pedals are and how tiny the brake pedals are. All right, so yeah, I got heel brakes, so that took some getting used to. But, you know, I used to own a Pulsar XP, so, hey, I was pretty used to the heel brake setup. So, you know, it's a little expanded view. I like the boot covers for the bottom of the sticks. You know, it's just giving it just a really classy, really elegant feel. I like the way this aircraft looks. It's an old fuel gauge. And like I said, when I do the upgrades and just modernize the inside of it, then we're going to talk about upgrading those fuel gauges as well. Now let's take a look at the outside. You can see the sunroof, and you can see some of the radio antennas, some of the navigation antennas. Kept this one on here. I mean, it just fits the aesthetic just so well. Just so well, that 1947 aesthetic. I like the way that looks. You can see all chrome aircraft. A lot of people painted these aircraft just so they didn't have to polish them. And I definitely feel the pain of that. I used to have to decide whether or not I wanted to fly or polish the plane whenever I came out to the hangar. And you know what won out. I definitely flew the airplane. It was like, forget polishing it. So if you know someone in this area that does bright work, please holla at your boy, because I definitely need someone to do bright work on my Luscombe for sure. So as you can see, the Luscombe has a really big rudder given the size of the aircraft, and that rudder is just super effective, very, very effective, and it adds to the nimble qualities of the aircraft. Pretty big tail section for this type of aircraft too. So yeah, that adds to the nimbleness of the aircraft. Very responsive elevator rudder and ailerons. Push pulley system all throughout. Very smooth, very smooth. A little hanger rash, got some character to it. I got LED position lights, nav lights. And here you go, just a nice look at the good side. And then check out the windows. Like, the windows tripped me out. That's the first thing that I really noticed about the aircraft. And when I went to go pick it up and purchase it, they had the windows open. I was like, wow, like, windows have their own kickstand, and if I'm flying at about 100 miles an hour, I can open the windows and fly around with the windows open, but it is a lot of air rushing in there, as you might imagine. So I typically only have the windows open when I'm just taxiing around. But this is my beautiful aircraft. Lucy Luscombe, bought her for flight time, or time building, and she definitely fulfilled that mission to a T. I was able to get all the flight time I needed for getting on with the airline, because I started a ride hopping and aerial tour business. So that was a pretty big task in itself. I had to get a letter of authorization from the FAA in order to have such a business, and it worked out pretty good for me. So if you got any questions about that, I ain't too hard to find. And until next time, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.